says disregard all others.
So what's
No, they all say final. They all say final. So you have to look at the.
what you see on the paper in front of you is the order.
Please disregard. You got the right one. Okay. The email itself says please disregard previous emails, and you'll have the right one. Gonna help a fair amount. Did you want to go back to your? So you're just gonna shuffle between them.
They're numbered correctly once you come down here.
It's just not on. It's just the top. Yeah. And that was the only mistake, is that the top got out of, when he made whatever that correction was, I can't remember. Threw those out.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and get this regular meeting of the Chaves County Board of Commissioners started, because I know Commissioner Taylor needs to get fired and get through this and get back to work since he's an accountant. Let me stand up here. Commissioner Dana, will you lead us in the pledge?
Yes. Would you please join me in honoring this great nation and this great flag? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Rizal, would you lead us in a word of prayer?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings of this life. We ask that you give this body the wisdom to make choices in the best interests of our county and our citizens. But most of all, Father, we ask you here before the most holiest of all days that you reach out your loving arms to those affected by the wildfires in Lincoln County and the rest of the state. Comfort the families of the souls that have been lost, prevent the further loss of life. Watch over and protect the firefighters who are so valiantly trying to stop this disaster, as you also watch over our other first responders and our military, and help us to lead our lives more closely following the example of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Commissioner.
Don't go away, Mac. I've been to the fire board meeting.
Miss Cindy, do we have a quorum? We will be missing Commissioner Bill Berry today. He is out on the range working the cattle, and he's definitely in places where he does not have cell service to be able to get online. So we hope that we don't have the winds that we've had the last couple of days for those fires up in Lincoln County and across the state. And I know in conversation with Commissioner Bill Berry, he said he was still picking the dirt out of his teeth after being out there for the last couple of days working the cattle. So anyway, so we'll just have the four commissioners for our meeting today. Approval of minutes. We've got three sets of minutes for us to approve today. Commissioners, we have from March 10th, which is the canvassing meeting. We have from March 17th, which is our regular meeting. And then we have from March 21st, which was a special meeting that we had with the Forest Service, and had Otero Eddy and Lincoln County work with us on that meeting. So I'm not sure if you had the opportunity to look at the minutes. I personally didn't see a lot of changes to them, but I do know we have others that are more prudent at reading those and wanting to make changes to them. So I'll let you guys move forward on approval of the minutes from March 10th, March 17th, and March 21st.
10th, 17th, and 21st. 21st was very detailed. Thank you very much, Cindy, for that, because it was a very important meeting. I move that we approve minutes for March 10th, 17th, and 21st, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Zell to approve the minutes from the March 10th canvassing meeting, the March 17th regular meeting, and the March 21st special meeting with the Forest Service. Any further questions or discussion on those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. So we have some proclamations today, and we're giving Commissioner Zell some room to get his computer fixed. But we'll start with Commissioner Dana. She has a proclamation to read for some of our, I'll just say motorcyclists, but there's a different terminology for it, I guess. So Commissioner Dana, if you would proceed with that proclamation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, and so we would like to pass this resolution making people aware. Whereas motorcycles are used as a regular means of transportation for commuting, touring, and recreation in and around Chaves County, New Mexico, and whereas the Chaves County Scenic Roadways make it a popular destination for motorcycle riders from around the country, and whereas the safe operation of a motorcycle requires the use of acquired skills developed through a combination of training and experience, the use of good judgment, and thorough knowledge of traffic laws and licensing requirements, and whereas it is imperative that the residents of Chaves County be aware, show consideration, and share the road with motorcycles on the streets and highways, and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety, and whereas the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has declared May as Motorcycle Awareness Month, it is the desire of the Chaves County Board of Commissioners to join the NHTCA in raising awareness for the growing number of motorcycles on Chaves County's roadways to help prevent accidents and most importantly, save lives. Now, therefore, the Chaves County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaims the month of May 2022 to be Motorcycle Awareness Month in Chaves County and urge our citizens to be observant, courteous, and knowledgeable about motorcycle usage in our community. Done this day, 14th day of April 2022, Board of Chaves County Commissioners. And may I just say, I used to be a motorcycle rider. I biffed it, and my husband told me to sell the motorcycle, so I did.
That was a good move.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Commissioner Dana. I don't think we have anybody here to receive that, so. Okay. And I'll go ahead and do the second proclamation for Character Counts Week, Spring 2022 proclamation. Whereas young people will be the stewards of our communities, nation, and world in critical times, and the present and future well-being of our society require an involved, caring citizenry with good character. Whereas concerns about the character training of children have taken a new sense of urgency as violence by and against youth threatens the physical and psychological well-being of the nation. Whereas more than ever, children need strong and constructive guidance from their families and their communities, including schools, youth organizations, religious institutions, and civic groups. Whereas the character of a nation is only as strong as the character of its individual citizens, and the public good benefits when the public benefits when young people learn that good character counts in personal relationships, in school, and in the workplace. Whereas scholars and educators agree that people do not automatically develop good character, and therefore conscientious efforts must be made by youth influencing institutions and individuals to help young people develop the essential traits and characteristics that comprise good character. Whereas character development is first and foremost an obligation of families through efforts by faith communities, schools, youth, civic and human service organizations also play a very important role in supporting family efforts by fostering and promoting good character. Whereas in July 1992, the Aspen Declaration was written by an eminent group of educators, youth leaders, and ethics scholars for the purpose of articulating a coherent framework for character education appropriate to a diverse and pluralistic society. Whereas the Aspen Declaration states that effective character education is based on core ethical values which form the foundation of democratic society: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. And these 6 pillars of character transcend cultural, religious, and socioeconomic differences. Whereas the Aspen Declaration states the character and conduct of our youth reflect the character and conduct of society. Therefore, every adult has a responsibility to teach and model the core ethical values, and every social institution has the responsibility to promote the development of good character. Now, therefore, the County of Chavez does hereby endorse the 6 pillars of character and urges all citizens to seek out opportunities to emphasize these core ethical values and model these traits of good character in an ongoing commitment to promote character development and ethical behavior in the youth of our community. And further, the County of Chavez and the cities of Chavez County declare the week commencing the 3rd Monday in April as Character Counts Week in Dexter, Hagerman, Lake Arthur, and Roswell, and call on the people of Chavez County and interested groups to embrace the 6 pillars of character and observe that week with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Dated this 14th day of April in the year 2022. And with that, if Mr. Tim Fuller would come up and have this proclamation and maybe have a few words to say on your program.
Thank you. So next week we do our Character Counts Week. Change it up a little bit this year. Our Monday we'll be honoring the volunteer firefighters. On Wednesday we'll be honoring the badge, which is the police officers, law enforcement, dispatchers, the paid firefighters in that group. On Thursday we're going to honor teachers, and we're going through those applications now. We're going to do a parade for the teachers and just give them the honor that they deserve. And then on Saturday, we team up with Keep Chavez County Beautiful, and we promote a cleanup for around the county. So that's what our activities are for Character Counts Week.
Awesome. Thank you. Come up and receive this proclamation from my fellow commissioners and myself.
Well, every time I've gone the last 3, they've had fires.
We have one last proclamation that Commissioner Ezell is going to read for us.
We have 2, actually.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to do this one first?
You can do it?
Okay.
Absolutely.
This proclamation is for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services, and whereas when an emergency occurs, the prompt response of law enforcement officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property, and
whereas the safety of our law enforcement officers and firefighters is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Pecos Valley Regional Communications Center, and whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services, and whereas public safety telecommunicators are the single vital link to our law enforcement officers and firefighters by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information, ensuring their safety, and whereas public safety telecommunicators of the Pecos Valley Regional Communications Center have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients, and whereas each dispatcher has exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Now therefore, we, the Chaves County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the week of April 10th through the 16th, 2022, to be National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in Chaves County, in honor of the men and women whose diligence and professionalism keep our community and citizens safe. Done this 14th day of April 2022, Board of Chaves County Commissioners.
Here to receive that.
And we do have some people here to receive it, a whole group.
Well, let's have all of our dispatchers come up and receive this award. We really appreciate all the hard work you guys do. So who wants the proclamation? Who's in charge? Appreciate you guys. Keep going, you guys. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. Would Terry like to come up too? We're getting photos for you.
All right, we'll scooch in.
Spread it out.
Terry's coming up as well. She was trying to get a photo of her great staff.
Thank you so much, Jeff. That panorama on there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Thank you.
Got it?
All right, thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great job.
Thanks.
Appreciate all you guys do.
All right, Commissioners, you got the
He's got the final.
last one, like.
These two are going to accept it.
This is a proclamation for National County Government Employment Month.
Do it now or?
County Employees Day.
It's done.
Okay.
Whereas Chaves County's employees make our streets safe, run our correctional facilities, build and repair roads, maintain county buildings, manage our elections, provide planning, plus a myriad of other services, and assess and collect the taxes and pay for these services. And whereas there are many Chaves County employees who work behind the scenes to make these services available to the public. And whereas Chaves County wishes to recognize all of its employees for their hard work and dedication during National County Government Month. Now therefore, we, the Chaves County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim April as County Government Month in Chaves County. Be it further resolved that Thursday, April 28th, 2022, is hereby proclaimed Chaves County Employees Day, to recognize the dedication and accomplishments of Chaves County employees. Dated this 14th day of April, 2022, Board of Chaves County Commissioners, but you still have to come to work on the 28th.
Thank you, Commissioner Zell. We have a couple folks to come up and receive this proclamation. And I always talk about our great family here in Chaves County, but thank you to everybody.
I'm going to give it to Matt because Annabelle would ask me how much it cost.
No, thank you to all of our guys that make us such a great family here at Chavez County. So, all right, we made it through the proclamations. Real quick, typically we have Mike Espiritu here with our EDC. He is actually in Washington, D.C. doing good stuff for us here. And we did have a great ribbon cutting out at the university for the automotive program that they've our representatives had worked to get a lot of money for that facility out there. And I know Mike and the EDC have worked hard to get this CTE program, vocational programs, going over the last 4 years. And so I know he's doing great work out in Washington, D.C. for us. So he won't be here to present today, but I will call Miss Andrea Moore up from the Chavez County Chamber of Commerce.
Morning, and thanks for having me. My road is closed today because you're doing some road improvements on Country Club, so I got out by the hair of my chinny chin chin this morning.
Yes.
At the Chamber, we're just continuing with all of the wonderful things that we're doing. We just recently finished Rise with Roswell, and we got the best reviews that we've ever had with Rise with Roswell. We had Tim Moffitt, the agricultural comedian, as our guest speaker, and he definitely brought down the house. He picked on a little bit of every one of us that was in the room, and we had a great breakfast that was provided to us by Cerritos, and we are now working on bringing back a 4th of July celebration for the community. So we're always looking for sponsors and ways to pay for it, because I know I don't have enough money in my personal checkbook to write that bill or to cash that check, as my dad would say. We are in the process of sending our Roswell Now magazine to the printers. We've got about another 2.5-3 weeks to the deadline. So if there's anybody that wants to advertise or any additional content that would like to be that somebody would like to have added to the magazine, we're always open to that. Our theme is Extraordinary People. So this is that once a year we're always we're always featuring people and places in Chavez County, but the Extraordinary People issue is definitely where we're seeking out, our valedictorians. The Realtors Association does a Person of the Year every year, so we're going to be featuring those people in our magazine as well. So that's what we've got going on for right now, and I think it seems little, but it's definitely a lot for the four of us in the office. So with that, I stand for any questions.
Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Moore?
I just want to say, Mr. Chairman, thank you, Rise with Roswell. That was nice to get back into the groove and honor our agriculture industry, because it is so valuable to
Absolutely.
Chavez County. Great crowd and great
Absolutely.
food. Thank you.
As Representative Izell always tells me, she goes, if you eat, you are in ag.
That's right. That's right. And I would tell you that Commissioner Zell is probably good that you weren't able to make this one this year, because our farmer comedian was roasting one of your associates from the law firm. Anyway, it was a great event, and we really appreciate you and the magazine and things that you're doing to recognize those people in this community that are doing great things and their accomplishments for Chavez County. So with that, anybody else have any other? All right. Thank you for everything. Really appreciate it. We're going to let you off the hook early, easy, because I know Commissioner Taylor's over there going, come on. So.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Thanks. We've got one more presentation today from Miss Lisa Sellner. Am I pronouncing that right? USDA and APHIS.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. I'm not Lisa.
Well, I was going to say, Bill.
You never know these days, but Yeah, my name is John Grant. I'm the state director for the New Mexico program of USDA Wildlife Services. And with me here today is Lisa Sellner. She's a district supervisor. She's only been here in New Mexico as a supervisor since the middle of January. Also with me today is Master Specialist Robert Cummings, who works here in Chavez County, and also Mike Muller, who is the Wildlife Specialist for Chavez County. So just a little bit of background about who Wildlife Services is and what we do. So Wildlife Services is part of United States Department of Agriculture. So we're a federal agency that deals with wildlife damage. And so we help protect, prevent, and mitigate damage by wildlife to agriculture. Here in Chavez County, be both livestock and crop production. We also help protect people's personal property, and we also help protect human health and safety. So specifically here in Chavez County, just a little bit of summary of what the services we provided back in 2021. Wildlife Services helped protect over 14,000 head of livestock, valued at almost $12 million here in the county. So in the absence of predator damage management, research has shown that without a program like ours in place, if predator losses to calves, adult sheep, lambs would be approximately 3% for calves, 5.6% for adult sheep, and 17.5% for lambs. Now that research was done not too far from here. It was over in Texas, so it's pretty relevant to this area. So using these estimates, with our program in place, we prevented approximately a little over $162,000 in livestock predation. So in the course of doing our work out here in the county, as far as predator damage management was concerned, our 3 wildlife specialists that are assigned to Chavez County worked on over 48 properties, encompassing over 4.2 million acres in total on both public and private land. Other services we also provided last year included bird management, feral swine management, rodent management, migratory bird damage management, skunk, as well as surveillance for wildlife diseases like tularemia, plague, and other associated diseases with feral swine like swine brucellosis, pseudo-rabies, and classic swine fever, which can be detrimental to both the livestock industry, some of those diseases, and also can be transmitted, some of those, to humans. Excuse me. So going back to the feral swine eradication program, we've had an eradication program here in New Mexico in place since 2013. I think we caught it just in time. If you hear about the reports from Texas, it's a huge problem in Texas. They have over 1 million feral swine over there causing a lot of environmental damage. So I think we caught it in time. Luckily here in New Mexico, it's an ongoing program. We still have 2 full-time personnel that are dedicated to doing feral swine management. The number 1 tool we use is helicopters and gunning out of helicopters. And we're going to be starting up that project here as far as the aerial program in about a week or 2. The human health and safety side of things here in Chavez County, like I said, we do a lot of disease monitoring. So we monitor for those diseases that I mentioned. We do sampling, surveillance. When we get those results back, we do share those results with the New Mexico Department of Health. In case there's a hot spot in a certain area, they can address that. We're always striving for new technologies and research. We're always open to looking at new methods to help mitigate wildlife damage management. And so 4 of our personnel in New Mexico got trained to use drones in the last year. And it's kind of open what we're going to use those drones for. But some of the things we thought of is using the drones to do surveillance and monitoring for damage to crops especially where there's feral swine present, so they can get up and actually take an aerial view of the situation and how much damage is going on out there. And also using drones in structures and buildings, excuse me, where there's bird damage going on those buildings. Those drones are also capable of having like infrared cameras on them, so there's possibility that we can use it for surveillance and monitoring for other animals. We are, like I mentioned before, we are a cooperative agency, so that's why we receive matching funds at the county level. We do have relationships with other federal agencies like Forest Service, BLM, Bureau of Reclamation, state departments such as New Mexico Department of Agriculture, excuse me, New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, and a lot of counties such as Chavez County that support our program and give cooperative funding. I think that's it as far as the kind of a summary of what we did and the services we provided for Chavez County last year. Do you have any questions?
Commissioners, any questions? Commissioners, I know you're chomping at the bit, so go ahead.
Animal damage control is near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
I know we've had a lot of the hogs along the Pecos River. Are they spreading? Are they coming east or west at all?
Robert, can you address that?
No, they are not spreading. They're still pretty much confined to the river, small pockets of them here and there. We hadn't seen any population explosion with them. Numbers are still pretty low, so we've been continuing to work the feral swine along the Texas borders mainly, where we seem to have the most populations. But we've been keeping them under control. Numbers are down.
Well, that's awesome. If you can keep the numbers from exploding, you're doing a great job.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And this is probably a better question for Robert too, because you're out there all the time. What does our rabbit population look like? I know with the hemorrhagic fever and everything, and you know, if coyotes have rabbits to eat, they don't look as hard for other things.
You know, we typically don't keep track of the rabbit numbers, but you know, just observation, rabbit numbers are extremely low.
That's what that's my sense too, just going to and from the ranch.
Yeah, so there's, you know, with less rabbits, more livestock predation by coyotes. You know, they got less of the wildlife to eat, and they tend to look at other places.
Right. What about the trapping ban that was passed by the legislature? Is that doing much to you?
Yeah, so you're referring probably to Senate Bill 32 that passed last year and actually went into effect April 1st. So we're not really sure what the impacts are going to be on that yet. I think we can resolve or at least mitigate some of those issues that we have with the trap ban by enhancing some of the other methods that we use. So we're not totally off of public land. We can act as designated agents of the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish and do depredation trapping on public land, but we can only use foothold traps and foothold snares. But shooting, aerial operations are still allowed on public lands also. So it basically eliminated poisons, the M44 LPCs.
Has the Department of Agriculture taken a position on whether a state legislature can pass a law that will affect federal employees operating on federal land?
That's above my wage grade, but I don't know. I don't know, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate what y'all do.
Oh, we do.
Thank you, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
thank you, Commissioner Zell. Anybody else?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to say, I contacted Robert because I was contacted by a couple. You had gone out and helped them remove, I guess, a gopher, and then talked to them about the gopher and what they do. They were really impressed with you, so I appreciate that's part of the ongoing mission too, is not only, helping with this, but also explaining to the public why we have to do this and how you'd go about doing it. I think with the trapping law, we've heard this over and over that, you guys are the bad guys. Agriculture is the bad guys. All they want to do is harm, dogs or whatever. And it's like, no, there is a reason for all of this, and there's a reason why. So I thank you very much for explaining all of that to this couple. They were very impressed. And I'm not seeing too many bunny rabbits out of my place, but I am seeing rats and mice right now. So the population is kind of coming up with some of that stuff. You see the cycles, and very destructive.
I'll bring you some snakes.
No, I have, my kitty cats are taking care of that, and a flip-flop this morning that killed one of the mice. He tried bringing it in, and I told him no, so I'm really deadly with a flip-flop, so. But, yeah, it's interesting how you see the cycles of the critters and stuff, so. Yeah, that's not good, because I've been wondering about the coyotes and the rabbits, not seeing too many rabbits. I've only seen 2 within the last 2 weeks, and that's very unusual out at my place. So, but thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad. Thank you. What you do is very important, and I think people need to know why we do this. So thank you.
Anything else, guys? I just, on a lighter note, I was talking with Brian Archuleta's wife the other day, and she was wondering if you guys would try and convince him to come back to work. Anyway, on a serious note, I'm just kind of curious what the thinking process is on what seems to be an issue with our wild cattle and wild horses. And it seems to be a necessity to euthanize the wild cattle, but to go overboard to rescue and save the wild horses. And I'm not sure what the difference between the two as far as destruction to our lands and environment and stuff. And so, and you guys are following instructions, I know that, but I'm just wondering what the thinking process is on one versus the other. Do you guys have something from DC that tells you why you're doing this and not doing that?
Yeah, and I will also add in there feral swine. What's the difference between feral swine, feral cattle, and horses that are out there wild? So, in regards to the cattle issue, I can't talk about that. There's a litigation hold on that right now. So all I can say is that was the Forest Services project. We did assist on it, but it was a Forest Service project. So I guess any questions about that should be directed to them.
Okay. Well, it just gives me some concern that we're one side to the other, and
Yeah, and I agree about horses too. That the difference between horses and cattle and even feral swine is the horses are protected under the Wild Horse and Burro Act. So that's the difference there. So.
Right.
But I agree, they do damage just like the other animals do out there.
yeah.
If they are wild horses and not feral horses.
Right.
And there is a
Who decides
distinction.
that, right? Yeah.
That's correct. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, and we appreciate all the hard work you guys do for us. So,
Thank you. Yeah, I know we've been conducting business here for over 100 years. I just on the way down, I'm kind of a history buff, so I grabbed our report from actually 1922. And it was talking about the same issues back then, wolves and bears and coyotes, and there was actually a letter in there from the Hope Wool Growers Association supporting our mission way back then. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I just appreciate Chavez County's past support and continued support, hopefully.
Lisa, would you stand up so we can get a visual? Oh, there she is. Okay. I didn't pick that up earlier, so thank you, and thank all of you for the hard work you do for us. Really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to jump to our public hearings, and Louis, I believe you're first up.
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners. Before us today is case Z 2022-2. It is a special use permit for a community solar project in Area 1, Zone AR Agricultural Residential. East Ham Trust, along with Synergy Power, are requesting a special use permit for a community solar facility at 3831 Cedarville Road. The property is accessible from Cedarville Road and Seminole Road, both county maintained, and approximately 21 feet wide. The area is currently vacant land used for cattle grazing. It is bound to the north and south by agricultural fields, zoned A agriculture, to the west by residential homes, zoned AR, and to the east by the beef packing plant, zoned industrial district. There are no agricultural water rights attached to this property. Synergy Power has provided a development plan for the proposed community solar facility. The facility would be ground-based and stand approximately 4 to 6 feet in height from the natural ground. The proposed facility would be connected to the existing overhead transmission line located north of the site along Seminole Road. The facility would be completely fenced by a 6-foot chain link fence with 3 barbed wire strands at the top. Renewable energy facilities are not addressed in our county zoning ordinance number 7, nor in the 2016 comprehensive master plan. Therefore, per section 1A1 of Article 18 of the Chaves County Ordinance number 7, the board may grant a special use in districts for which the use are otherwise prohibited by the zoning code, and shall impose appropriate conditions and safeguards to protect the general plan and to conserve and protect the property values of the neighborhood. SUPs should not create a nuisance such as noise, dust, glare, vibration, or interference with Wi-Fi or cellular data. SUPs should not interfere in the daily life nor create a hardship on the neighbors for which the SUP would be located. The Planning and Zoning Commission did hear this on April 4th, I believe. Recommendation was to deny the special use permit by a vote of 5-0 based on the findings of facts 1 through 4 stated in staff's report. Since that time, staff has received a letter from Synergy Power to continue this case. However, we did have to have a public hearing on the item because it was advertised already and it was set for the agenda. Mr. Hick is here today, who represents Synergy Power.
Thank you, Louis.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, good morning. My name is William Heck, representing Synergy Power. I reside at 2074 High Mesa Drive in Henderson, Nevada. As Louis has indicated, there was the planning and zoning meeting. A number of residents have some concerns. I believe they're valid concerns. We would like to address those concerns, and they include erosion along the South Spring River, visual impact, impacts on wildlife. So to that end, and in an effort to answer all those questions to the satisfaction of the residents, we've asked for a continuance of 90 days to do the studies associated with providing that information to you and the residents.
Okay, thank you for that information. We do have a public hearing, and so we will move forward with that at this moment, so.
Okay, so if I were to present on the project itself then?
Mr. Chairman, I think procedurally we should probably act on the request for continuance first.
Okay, thank you for that, Commissioner Zell. Commissioners, what's your pleasure on the continuance? There's a discussion.
There is discussion. How many
Yes.
people here have taken the time to come today to speak in opposition to this? Okay. Do you have a position one way or another on the requested continuance?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we should ask if there's anybody else besides Mr. Heck in favor of the continuance. Okay.
Do we need to take a vote on that, or just move on with the hearing?
Well, the whole purpose of the request of the continuance is to not have the hearing.
Right, okay. We're moving forward. Okay, this is a public hearing. Anybody here in the audience is in favor of this special use permit for the community solar facility, case Z2022-02. If you are in favor of this, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. And I know Mr. Heck has already come up and stated his name and address, and I'm sure that he is in favor of this. But if you want to speak any more, Mr. Heck, you're more than welcome to come up if you're in favor of this.
You don't think we need to act on the continuance?
I think you could, if you want to. I think you could take a vote, make a motion, take a vote on it, or not. If you don't, then obviously you're not continuing it. But, he's put in that request to go ahead, and he's seeking a continuance. So, yeah, I think you need to make a motion and decide, vote up or down on the continuance.
Okay, well,
That's the easiest thing to do.
okay, do I have a motion?
Go ahead.
I don't know. Desire one way or another. I just thought we ought to do it the right way.
Right.
Well, that's what
exactly.
that's, the right way is continuing
Yeah.
with the hearing, and the right way is to take a vote on whether or not to do a continuance.
Exactly.
Mr. Chairman, we've done it different ways. What you can do is you could continue this and still hear from the public if you so decide. Or you could deny the continuance and just move forward like it's a regular process and vote up or down today. But you could still have the public hearing if you wanted to, because the individuals have come are here and could present their issues with it. And, so it's really kind of your call how you want to do it. Or you could just say, we're not going to have a public hearing and continue the whole thing for 90 days.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to deny the 90-day continuance. We've heard, and I'm getting the phone calls, I'm getting the emails. I don't think anything is going to change with those that live in this area, so I would move to deny the 90-day continuance.
I will second that so it can be voted on.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Zell to deny the 90-day continuance on this special use permit. So with that, I will go ahead. Anybody who is in favor of this special use permit, please come to the microphone, state your name and address.
We need to
for the
vote.
record.
You got to vote.
Yeah.
Deny on the.
I'm sorry to be such.
No, and I appreciate you keeping me in line. I do. So, all right, we have a motion and a second and on this motion by Commissioner Dana, a second by Commissioner Zell.
Chairman,
Oh, Louis.
may I recommend that you consider both cases so that you just get that out of the way? You don't have to do that again per,
Yeah, the continuance is for both.
it's for both cases.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have a motion by Commissioner, is that good with you for making the
Yes.
motion?
Yes,
Okay, so
Mr.
we have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Zell to deny the 90-day continuance for both case Z2022-02, which is special use permit for a community solar facility, and case Z2022-03 for a special use permit from the same community solar facility. Any other questions or discussions on this? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign.
Aye.
So you're in opposition? Just making sure?
On the continuance?
On the continuous, okay. I'm getting confused here. So are we a 3-1 vote in continuance?
Continuance has been
With the
denied.
continuance.
Denied, right. By 3-1. Okay, so we're gonna look at public comments now for this public hearing on case Z 2022-02, special use permit for a community solar facility. All those, anybody in the audience that wants to speak, we're gonna go ahead and do both of these since we just voted on both of them.
Consolidate them.
We're consolidating them because they're both the same thing. So anybody in the audience that is in favor of the special use permit for the community solar facility, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Hi, Mr. Chairman, William Heck and Commissioners, 2074 High Mesa Drive, again, Henderson, Nevada. And as a proponent of the project and for the applicant, I wanted to bring forward just a couple thoughts following up on the residents' concerns. Synergy Power has built a number of these in a number of places, and we believe that we can make accommodations that are both favorable to the economy of Chavez County as well as acceptable to the residents given the time to do that. Those things would include replacing the chain link fence with a type of fence that is more of a view fence or a decorative fence, placing a vegetative buffer between that fence and the nearby residents. There's been some concern about the South Spring River, moving away from the South Spring River, doing appropriate wildlife studies to make sure that whatever construction we're doing does not have a material adverse effect on the surrounding community. Erosion control. And lastly, we would certainly be open to hearings with the residents to go through the plans to make sure that it is meeting their expectations as well as those of the county. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rick. Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of the special use permit for both these cases? Is there anybody online that wants to speak in favor?
Not yet. There's a little bit of a delay, but
We'll give it a couple more seconds. Okay. Anybody in the audience here that is opposed to these special use permits, please come to the microphone and state your name and address and your opposition.
Hi, panel. My name's Alan Ernest. I live at 3673 Spring River Road. And both these, I don't want them. I butt up along Dr. Block's property 4 places. I've got a half mile of the South Spring River. Now they want to put this right behind my house, and then they want to put it down a little farther east side of my property. And the whole reason I'm here is we have wildlife going up and down that, and I do not, with these solar panels, first of all, it's an eyesore. Second, it'll affect my wildlife in the creek. And then property values. It's just and somebody stated last at Planning and Zoning that the South Spring River Creek only gets a foot of water in it. They're crazy. Last summer, I had 9 feet of water in my creek. It flushed out. I have 3 culvert pipes, big ones. Washed every one of them out. Still dealing with flood control on this, but hadn't got anywhere yet. But no, I'll deny them both now, 90 days, a year, 5 years, however it is. I don't want them out there. Thank you, panel.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest. Anybody else in the audience that is in opposition?
Good morning. My name's Valley West. I live at 3659 Spring River Road. I'm a neighbor directly south of the second project. I share a fence line with Dr. Block. I just want to register my protest for most of the same reasons as Alan Ernest. I also think that it's a little bit of smoke and mirrors with the title of community solar array. I don't see that the community is involved, that the community is going to benefit. I think it's an out-of-state company. They've cherry-picked these properties because they're directly underneath a power line, substation right next door, so they don't have to put out extra money. They're not thinking of the neighborhood, the community. They're not thinking of our property values, the detriment to the watershed. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. West. Anybody else? Anybody else in the audience that is in opposition?
Travis Williams. I am actually moving out into that area, building a house at 3677 Spring River Road. Actually, my in-laws, I bought land out there from Anthony Ernest for a particular reason to build out there. My in-laws live right next door. Part of the design process of our house, we built a second-story game room overlooking the north area, the whole land out there. The reason we built it up high, big bay window, because we love the views. We love the animals. My son loves to look at them. So one of the big reasons I'm opposed to it is simply for that. I don't want to be, we liked it for the view as it is, not to view a solar array, no matter how big they build the fence or vegetation. I don't think it'll matter. When you're up higher, you're going to see right over that anyways. So that's my main reason for being opposed to it as well.
You're currently building at that address. What is your current address for the record?
My current address right now is 2708 South Wyoming Avenue here in Roswell.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else in the audience that is in opposition? Anybody else that's in opposition? Do we have anybody online that is in opposition to these special use permits? Going once. Count down 3, 4, 5. Okay. Commissioners, discussions on this?
Mr. Chairman, question for Mr. Heck. I only have one map with one area, and yet there are two special use permit applications. Is this two separate 5-megawatt community solar projects, or will they be somehow connected?
These are two separate 5-megawatt AC community solar projects. They're 7.3 megawatts DC. They are separated both by geography and electrically, although they do interconnect to the grid and would go to the same substation. But they are two separate projects.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Ezell, pages 14 and 18 have the maps of the two separate locations.
Oh. Okay. And the reason for my question is the statute says you can't have more than one on the same.
Yes, sir.
Same
Yes, sir.
project.
They're not
So,
co-located.
okay. Thank you. That was my only question.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Zell. Commissioners, any other questions? Commissioners, any discussion? I know Commissioner Dana spoke a little bit about the phone calls that she's been getting, so. And
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I had a few constituents, this is my commission area, and I had a few constituents that could not be here today, and they did call me to voice their opposition to this. Same reasons given by those that are here and that were given at the first hearing, which are in our records.
Okay, and I would agree with you. I've received the same phone calls, and So I'll look for a motion from the commissioners on a decision for agenda items 1 and 2 for case Z 2022-02 and case Z 2022-03 for special use permits.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we deny case Z 2022-02 special use permit for a community solar facility and case Z 2022-03 special use permit for a community solar facility.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Taylor to deny approval for case Z 2022-02 special use permit for a community solar facility and agenda item 2, case Z 2022-03 for a special use permit for community solar facility. Any further questions or discussion on these two? Seeing none, all those in favor of denying these special use permits, say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Denial, it passes 4-0.
Mr. Chairman, do we establish some findings of fact for the denial? Such as the neighbors.
Hang on, I'll get you there.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that those were in this draft.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We can tie the two together.
I went down to find the maps.
Well, I'm looking at the findings of fact
Right.
on here.
The easiest might be per staff's report 1 through 4.
Right, this is findings of fact. The proposed special use permit for a community solar facility is not compatible with the existing residential area. Number 2, numerous property owners in the surrounding area spoke against the proposed use at the County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting with concerns for the wildlife, the solar facility being an attracting nuisance, the ability to resell their property, and the total maximum daily load of a stream system. Third finding of fact, owners within 100 feet of the proposed special use permit have been notified by certified mail of this public hearing and were notified of the County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on April 5th, 2022, as required per the Chaves County Zoning Ordinance number 7 and state statute. And number 4, the case has been advertised in the local newspaper and on the Chaves County website 15 days prior to the public hearing as required by the Chaves County Zoning Ordinance 7 and state statute. Do we need to add any other findings? No. And Commissioner Dana, since you made the motion, are you good with adding these findings of fact to the denial?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would just add, they're calling it a community solar, and we have heard from the community, so, yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Stan, do we need to do another vote on this or just proceed with the statements? Okay. We will go ahead and do another vote of denial for both special use projects with the findings of fact. All those in favor of denying, say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously to deny the special use permits for both case Z 2022-02 and case Z 2022-03. Good? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 3, just for clarification, is for a commercial solar project and not a community solar project, and we do have some representatives that will talk to you here in a moment. This is a public hearing regarding ordinance O-111, authorizing the issuance and sale of taxable industrial revenue bonds for the Next Era Solar Project. The ordinance, if approved, would authorize Chaves County to issue and sell taxable industrial revenue bonds, IRBs, in the maximum principal amount of $50 million for the Next Era Energy Solar Project. The IRBs would provide funds to finance the acquisition, construction, and equipping of a solar farm for the purpose of generating electricity. The bond term is for 24 years. NextEra is purchasing all of these bonds. The ordinance authorizes the execution and delivery of an indenture, a lease agreement, a bond purchase agreement, bonds, and other documents in connection with the issuance of the bonds. NextEra will indemnify the county from and against any claim or issue that may arise as a result of these bonds. At no time will Chaves County be obligated to pay these bonds. NextEra will also make pilot payments to Chaves County in the amount of $71,428 per year for the term of the bonds. NextEra will also be providing an additional $33,571 pilot payment to be divided equally among the 7 school districts located in Chaves County. Staff recommends approval of Ordinance O-111. And we have some representatives here from NextEra, and Stan has been working with them as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bill. This is a public hearing, so if there's anybody in the audience or online that is in favor of this ordinance O-11 authorizing the issuance of sales and taxable industrial revenue bonds for the NextEra Solar Project, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. Anybody who is in favor of these IRB funds.
Ma'am, gentlemen, my name is Catherine Clark Pounder. I'm with NextEra Energy. I live out of Florida, 9103 Green Meadows Way, Palm Beach Gardens. On behalf of the company, we're excited to have these bonds issued so that we can support your local community and your local schools within this district. Thank you for your time, and we hope that you approve this ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience that is in favor? Anybody else in the audience who is in favor? Anybody online that's in favor? It pops up. Okay. All right, thank you. Anybody in the audience who is in opposition? Anybody who is in opposition? Anybody online that is in opposition? Going once, going twice. All right. Commissioners, any questions or discussion on this IRB?
What was the principal amount?
The principal amount is $50 million.
Thank you.
And the reason they're running for 24 years, we asked them to scale that back to match the original IRBs that were issued when they did Chaves County Solar 1 and Roswell Solar, so that they all ended at the same time.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of agenda item 3, ordinance 0-111, authorizing the issuance and sale of taxable industrial revenue bonds for the NextEra Solar Project.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve agenda item 3, public hearing, ordinance 0-111, authorizing the issuance of state and taxable industrial revenue bonds on the NextEra Solar Project. Any further questions or discussions on this IRB? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I want to point out that this is an ordinance, so there's a 30-day, is that correct, Stan, review, that people have an opportunity to.
It won't go into effect in 30 days.
Right.
And the bonds will be probably closed
Okay. Mac Rogers, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 4 is the 2022 Chaves County Annual Road Hearing. Having received the applications for the 2022 Annual Road Hearing, it is now requested that the Commission hear any public input regarding the requested road applications. This is a public hearing and was advertised properly per the statutory requirements.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Rozelle.
would someone tell us what page agenda item 4 starts on, so I don't have to read an entire industrial revenue
I'm
bond?
still scrolling.
So I got it for you right here. I don't see a number on it. Let me see.
Getting close.
186
Yeah,
of
186.
250.
It wasn't showing me the
186.
numbers when I was.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep running.
186.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
187 has the first application. Do we need to,
How did you want to do this, Mac? Did you want to ask on all the vacation requests first and then the status change requests as a whole? Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, it appears that we have road vacation request from Pete Ames, 115 East College Boulevard, and that is for Hemlock Avenue from 37th to 38th Street for approximately 630 feet. Application number 2 is from John Gilmore, 3737 Spring River Road for Adobe Road, which is 1,450 feet. Application number 3 is a road status change. So it appears we only have 2 road vacation requests. They're not in order. Okay. Go ahead, Mac.
okay, and this is a public hearing today, but so that everybody, the audience and everybody that's online knows that there will not be a decision made today. This will be a hearing to hear on these road issues, and then sometime in the next 2 weeks, 10 days, the commissioners will go out and do a road viewing, and then decisions will be made on these roads at our next meeting in May. So do we have anybody? Let me see if we get this correct, Bill. We're looking at which ones are we looking at here?
Go ahead, Mac.
We're looking at the road vacation requests.
Right.
And so Mr. Williams went over the first 2. Application number 7 is from Shirley McIntosh for Aspen Road, which is approximately 600 feet. So we have 3 road vacation requests.
So is that 1, 2, and 7?
1, 2, and 7.
Okay. So is there anybody in the audience that is in favor of these vacations on applications 1, 2, and 7? Anybody who is in favor of these vacations, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
Mr. Chairman, Bill Williams from 3721 Spring River Road. I'm here to speak on behalf of Mr. Gilmore, who lives at 3737 Spring River Road. He was in a farm accident a while back, and he's not yet ready to leave the house. But the reason he put in for vacation of this road is because it just dead ends on private property, which actually belongs to me, but all of the owners have access to their property off of Spring River Road, and he wants to stop anyone from going back. They can access his property from the rear. They can also access Joseph's property from the rear back there too, and it leads nowhere. It's a non-county maintained road, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of these vacations, applications 1, 2, and 7?
Name's Alan Ernest. Adobe Trail. It goes right down and goes into my property. Well, it runs to it, so I'm here to see it vacated too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest. Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of these 3 vacations? Anybody else in favor? Anybody online that's in favor of? Okay. Anybody in the audience that is in opposition of these vacations? 1, 2, and 7. Anybody in opposition of vacating these roads? I keep saying vacations, and I'm thinking I'm going somewhere. Okay. Anybody online that is in opposition? Commissioners, any discussion on this before we move on to the next ones on this? Going once, going twice. Mac?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have 4 maintenance status change requests. Application number 3 is for Palacio Street, which is approximately 400 feet. Application number 4 is for Loma Linda, approximately 570 feet. Application number 5 is for Villa del Sol, approximately 1,500 feet. And application number 6 is for Los Flores, approximately 3,061 feet.
All seeking change from non-maintained to maintain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a public hearing. We're looking at applications 3, 4, 5, and 6, were applications to change from non-maintained to maintained. Is there anybody in the audience that is in favor of these applications? Anybody in the audience that is in favor of these applications? Please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
I'm Pat Clark. I live at 118 Mystical Lane. I'm in favor of applications 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Pat.
And those are all Buena Vita, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of these applications? Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of these applications? Anybody online? Anybody online? Anybody in the audience that is in opposition of these applications 3, 4, 5, and 6 for going from non-maintained to maintained? Anybody in opposition? Rita, did you say you wanted to say something on this?
Not on this, even though my property butts up to one of these.
I'm just had to hear your voice, okay? Anybody else in opposition? Anybody else in opposition? Anybody online in
I did
opposition?
have Neil Rowe in favor of 4, 5, and 6.
I was wondering when he
where
was
is
going to
he?
pipe up, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? All right. Commissioners, before we move on, any more questions on these road applications? It's a pretty simple process this year.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Zell?
where is Palacio, application number 3?
Palacio is also in Buena Vita.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, for clarification, that was not put in by the Buena Vita Association. It was put in by one of the people who owns property there. So it's actually in Buena Vita, but it's separate from their thing. And of course, you know, the persons applying for this have to bring the roads up to county standards. The Buena Vita Association, is my understanding, are aware of 4, 5, and 6 and willing to do that. And Mr. Contreras will be the one responsible for that. He may work it out with Buena Vita, but that's why the separate application.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Mac, go ahead.
As a reminder, we're needing to schedule a time for this board to view these road applications. I believe we have conflicts next week, so we're looking at the week of April 25th through the 29th. I anticipate the road viewings to take approximately 2.5 hours.
Bill, do we have a date that we kind of looked at for this? 25th, 26th?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, yes, I believe we initially talked about either the morning of the 25th or the 26th, just depending upon schedules. Mac needs to know so he can go place the signs and make sure he gets the public notice done.
Commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, 25th works better for me.
What day of the week is that?
Monday,
Monday?
the 25th? Or 26th, okay. April, right?
April 25th is a Monday.
Boy.
Yes.
You're going to start
Nothing
5
like.
o'clock in the morning?
Quick.
No.
That
What
would-
are we thinking that we got time-wise? It's going to be pretty short in comparison to others, so.
Yeah, I think about 2.5 hours.
And what time do you have to get the burritos?
Yes,
Yeah.
Rita,
That-
and
that's the
the
important
bread and the cookies, does that give you time to cook after Passover?
Yes, and the time, Ritter, you just tell me what time I need to be
Okay,
here.
good.
Okay. Well, we'll try and make it not too early for you, Rita, so. Set it, I mean,
She's up before we are.
I know.
It's us that needs to. have
call
a-
her, what's your schedule look like?
So, for Monday the 25th.
Tell me when and I'll be there.
Say 8:30?
8:30, Monday the 25th?
Yeah.
Okay,
That will work. Thank you.
okay.
Just be sure to have Glenn to remind me.
Yes.
And a burrito count too, right? A correct burrito count?
Yes, a couple of years ago, Commissioner Ezell didn't get his burrito, and I think he still harbors a little ill will from that person who failed to get it.
Yeah, it was a sad day.
It was
Sad day. It was a sad road hearing.
You're gonna give Jessica some anxiety if you keep calling her Glenna. Okay.
There you
All
go.
right, there you go.
Late for burritos, yeah.
All right, agenda item number 5, is Miss Sandra here, or is, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead,
Nope.
Miss Cindy.
Number 4, do we have to approve agenda
There-
number 4? We didn't
We're-
vote.
We won't vote on this until after the road viewings.
Okay,
Then we won't make a decision, yea or nay, on,
okay. Just wanted to make sure.
thank you. Mac, you cover Miss Sandra.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 5 is Agreement A-22-002 between Chaves County and ASA Architects for design professional services for the new public health office. On March 17th, at the last meeting, the meeting before last, the commission awarded RFP-22-002 for design professional services to ASA Architects. Agreement A-22-002 is a contract for those services. This is within budget. Staff recommends approval of the agreement.
Commissioners, any questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept agreement A-22-003 between Chaves County and ASA Architects for design professional services for the new public health office.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Taylor to approve agenda item 5, agreement A-22-003 between Chaves County and ASA Architects for design professional services for the new public health office. Any further questions or discussions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Agenda item 6.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item 6 is agreement A-22-004 between Chaves County and Desert Peak Architects for design professional services for the PVRCC. At the meeting before last, the commission awarded RFP-22-001 for design professional services, Pecos Valley Regional Communications Center. Agreement A-22-004 is the contract for those services. This contract is within budget, and staff recommends approval of Agreement A-22-004.
Commissioners, any questions or discussion for Mac?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept Agreement A-22-004 between Chaves County and Desert Peak Architects for design professional services for the PVRCC.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Dana, a second by Commissioner Zell to approve Agenda Item 6, Agreement A-22-004 between Chaves County and Desert Peak Architects for design professional services for PVRCC. Any further questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Passes unanimously. Good morning, young lady.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 7, Resolution R-22-019, approving changes to personnel charts and revised position specifications. This resolution incorporates charts A and B approved in the final budget for fiscal year 21-22. The charts have been changed to reflect the renaming of the microfilm software tech, as well as the recording and filing supervisor. Updates to the job specifications for the positions are more in line with their current responsibilities and duties. Both positions will remain at their current wage level unchanged. Staff recommends approval of Resolution R-22-019.
Commissioners, any question or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of Resolution R-22-019, approving the changes to the personnel charts and the revised position specifications.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
A motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve Agenda Item 7, Resolution R-22-019, approving changes to personnel charts and revised position specifications. Any other questions or discussions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Annabelle.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Agenda item number 8 is Resolution R-22-020, which is an approval of a budget adjustment for fiscal year 21-22. And I will have to add those proclamation costs onto this resolution. No, by all means, I think we all appreciate the recognition of all the important aspects that's part of our community, and certainly recognizing our employees. They are the ones who make Chaves County who it is. So we are requesting a budget adjustment for line items in Exhibit A. These adjustments are for motor graders that were bought from leases for the road department, an adjustment to the City of Roswell allocation for some dispatch expenses, and an increase on supplies from a sold fire truck for District 8 Volunteer Fire Department. Staff recommends approval.
Commissioners, any questions or discussion? Annabelle, real quick, the $135,000 for the communication costs.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is due to some of the software upgrades that the dispatch center had done. And so we had allocated for the yearly expenses, but upon approval of those dispatch, the software upgrades, and I mean to put Ms. Best on the light, but I think maybe she could talk about the software upgrades that they got if you seek to have more information on that.
Okay, I'm just curious. It seemed like I saw something within the City of Roswell's financial stuff the other Monday when they were going through that they had a grant for that software. Is that software $270,000?
And Ms. Best can probably correct me a little bit more, but I think between the combination it was over $350,000, and the grant was only for $125,000 that came in. But she can speak a little bit more about this.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Chair, Commissioners. The software covers all 3 disciplines that we cover: fire, police, and EMS.
where's my brain this morning? So each one is 125,000. The state of New Mexico covers the medical part, so that was 125,000, and then the fire and police are covered by the county. So this was in my normal operating budget for the year. We didn't ask for any additional funds, but this is just, it was all spent in one place instead of, we kind of pinched pennies everywhere else to make sure.
All
we
right.
had it.
I was just making sure we were,
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
don't ask, you don't find out.
Maybe I can get more money next time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Annabelle. All right. Commissioners, any other questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve Resolution R-22-020 budget adjustment for fiscal year 21-22.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Taylor to approve Agenda Item 8, Resolution R-22-020, budget adjustment for the fiscal year 21-22. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Annabelle.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 9 is for approval of a position description for the Assistant Flood Superintendent. The Flood Commissioner and the Flood Superintendent are requesting the creation of the Assistant Flood Superintendent position. This position would allow the Flood Superintendent to hire and train an individual to replace him when he retires. This would be an at-will position hired and directly supervised by the Flood Superintendent. Staff recommends approval, and I've attached a draft position summary. It pretty much mimics Dick's position description with a little less authority, I guess, because Dick would be the person who would make those final decisions at this point. Again, we recommend approval, and I stand for questions.
Commissioners, any questions for Bill? Discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I just have a question. Where will the salary for this come from?
Their budget.
Their budget?
From their budget, yes.
Have they budgeted for this, or do we even know yet?
They've got more money than God.
On that note, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, one of the main reasons for doing this now is because they are coming forward with their budget, and we want to be assure that they have this set aside in their budget and they don't overspend in other areas. They want to make sure that they actually have the funding to cover this because the building that they had to build a couple of years ago kind of cut into their reserves, but they still do have a substantial budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a motion?
I also note that this is the first commission meeting that the flood commissioner has missed. I wonder if that has anything to do with his ascension.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the position description for Assistant Flood Superintendent.
Second.
The motion by Commissioner Dana, second by Commissioner Zell to approve Agenda Item 9, which is the position description for Assistant Flood Superintendent. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. On that note, with our flood commissioner, I think he's actually drinking from a fire hose right now, getting ready for his first city council meeting. Anyway, agenda item 10.
Chairman, Commissioners, this is to inform the board of a vacancy on the Chaves County Land Commission. Mr. Hud Ray resigned his position on this particular board. Mr. Ray was a representative of the recreational use industry and was scheduled for reappointment in June 2022 for a 3-year term. The council is composed of 9 members. The members represent 3 industries: agriculture, extraction, and recreational use equally. per Resolution R 94-59. Each county commissioner shall have the right to nominate 2 members. Appointment is subject to majority approval by the board. Sorry about that.
Commissioners, any questions?
Has anyone expressed an interest?
No, sir.
And so this is something that we need to come back with a nominee or whatever for our next meeting, or?
When you choose. It's just an informational item to.
And how many members do we have on there right now?
Currently, we have 8. In June, I will be bringing those back to you. They will be a staggered appointment. We need to re-establish this staggered scheduling that they were on. That was due to the COVID and my unfamiliarity to that situation. I need to reestablish those.
So is it 8 with Mr. Ray, or
No,
8
it
without
is
Ray?
9 total.
9 total.
9 total.
Right, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all right, thank you. I don't think we.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Ezell.
I move we table this till the June meeting and ask the chair of the land council to find someone who is willing to serve, or multiple people who are willing to serve. Because I nearly lost a friend the last time I nominated somebody.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Ezell. Do we have a second?
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Ezell and a second by Commissioner Dana to table agenda item 10, the vacancy on Chaves County Land Council until our June meeting.
Who is the chair now, Lewis? Of the land council?
Is it Mark?
Dan.
Is Dan still?
Dan still.
Dan Duran?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, on that note, I'm with you, Louis. Can you send us some information, a little bit more information on
Yes.
this Chaves County Land
Certainly,
Council?
Commissioner,
I might
yes.
have somebody that might be interested in,
I can tell you all.
or maybe who not to ask. I don't want to lose a friend.
And according
So-
to our resolution, they should be representing the recreational use area.
Right,
The
right.
recreational part of it.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, we might get a little more information. Maybe we can.
Perfect job for John.
That's what
Is that who you're thinking about?
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. All right, any
Thank
further
you,
questions or
Louis.
discussion?
Thank you.
Seeing none, all those in favor of postponing this until June, our June meeting, or tabling till our June?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign, passes unanimously. All right. 11, agenda item 11.
Chairman, Commissioners, this is permission to advertise a notice of public hearing to be held at the next regular scheduled meeting of the Chaves County Board of Commissioners on May 26, 2022. This notice will be published one time in a newspaper of general circulation within the county at least 2 weeks prior to the public hearing, and shall contain the date, time, location of the public hearing, title of the ordinance, and general summary of the proposed amendments per 4-37-7.
Commissioners, any questions or discussion?
Move we grant permission to advertise for the amendment to the Chaves County Building Ordinance.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
And a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve agenda item 11. Permission to advertise a notice of public hearing to amend the Chaves County Building Code Ordinance number 60, number 60. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Okay, approval of checks.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of checks in the amount of $2,919,932.66.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion by Commissioner Taylor and a second by Commissioner Dana for approval of checks to the tune of $2,919,000, $919,932.66. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. I wasn't going to ask for any discussion on it. Approval of reports.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve reports. Reports.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Taylor to approve the reports. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Zell.
on behalf of any of my constituents who might be waiting for their tax returns, I move we excuse Commissioner Taylor. We still have a quorum.
Do we have a second on that? All right.
I do have to leave. I just want to wish everyone a very happy and blessed Easter.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor, and thank you for this time of year is very stressful for all of our CPAs, so we appreciate you being here to get us through this part of the meeting. So we are going to jump to unscheduled communications limited to 3 minutes per visitor, not to exceed 15 minutes. No formal action be taken by commission. Ladies first. I know, Mr. Conley was thinking the same thing. Please state your name and address, and we're going to throw you off one of these days because we're going to stripe your road, and you're not going to know what the hell to say.
Rita Kane Dorhofer, very narrow, unstriped. You know I have a Chicago Cubs mailbox in case you need to put anything in my mailbox on Mark Road. At the end of April, Keep Chaves County Beautiful, all of us will have spent all of our money. Have you purchased the cameras yet? Okay, God give me strength. I thought working with the kids was bad, but all righty. We have done almost all of our cleanups. I was with 84 children last week. I have Youth Challenge left to go on the 24th after Passover because they didn't want to do it where they couldn't get cookies. And on the 30th, we will do Main Street, the planting of the flowers. So all of our money will have been spent, and we'll have to check on the cameras to make sure, because the finance department has really stepped up to the plate. Annabelle can tell you, I'm in there, once, twice a week? Getting the form signed, getting the money paid out so we can end our year so the finance department can work on the important stuff for the county. They are very, very supportive. Also is the clerk's office, very, very supportive. And by the way, her daughter was out doing trash in the wind. It was only like 15 miles an hour, but we were in the wind. I also want to thank the communications department because I call them frequently. I can pick up the dead cats and the small dead dogs, but the other animals I cannot pick up.
You're leaving the Skunks Brothers.
What?
The skunks.
Shooting 43 skunks last year, and mothers and pregnant skunks. I only shot 6 this year. But the rabbits are a big concern. Right, Pat? Rabbits out. I'm going to have to start on my front porch and get the rabbits. They are just destroying and making little holes all over the place. Anyway, and I want to thank the Sheriff's Department for what they are going to do for me. I have to go in there and talk to the sheriff about it. Our new grant... Speak with Annabelle. Annabelle has done what she is supposed to. I need your help next. And Sean and I have written the grant. I cannot talk about the grant. Nobody is going to be talking about the grant. It will be submitted tomorrow, and once we get approval on it, and Stan looks at the grant. Thank you, Stan, for already approving the grant. Thank you, Bill, for already approving the grant. We will have a new grant cycle and new things to help people in Chaves County. Did you turn off people in Chaves County? Does anybody have any questions? Oh, and one more thing. Only 2 of you are getting ready to bet with me and play with me this year. That is Dick with the LA Dodgers and Stan with the good, the ugly. We call it the good, the bad, and the ugly, and his team's the ugly. So, the Cardinals. You're a Cardinal, okay, and you guys, the other ones don't play. All right, does anybody have any questions about Keep Chaves County Beautiful? We are out there. They picked up, the scouts picked up. I wouldn't let them pick up needles, diapers, or the other thing, but they picked up so much trash. You see it on Facebook. Everybody that we have asked has come to the plate and helped us keep Chaves County beautiful. And that's all that we can do, and thank you ahead of time. No questions?
Ms. Rita, on the April 30th, the Main Street.
Yes.
Where did you finally find the flowers?
Well, I was not getting any callbacks from the greenery.
Right, I saw they're finally open, but I don't know what they have.
Well, we have bought from Roswell Seed, and as soon as this meeting's over, I'm going to get a form so they can fill it out, so our new girl, Stephanie, can put it into the system, and so George can pay with her P card, and we are spending $1,254. Did you get that, Bill? $1,254. We will be working on Main Street on the 30th. I believe we are going to be starting at 9 o'clock. I will be picking up the things with Councilwoman Juliana, and we will make Roswell look good. And they are in Chaves County. Any other questions?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are in Chaves County, but it would be nice if they would pay something.
Rita, don't shoot the rabbits.
I can't shoot the rabbits?
Because they're dying right and left. There's something, you heard Wildlife Services, New Mexico has got rabbit hemorrhagic fever, and it is 100% fatal to the animals that get it.
They're not dying out at my house or at Pat's house.
Well, you're apparently feeding them well enough.
I'm not
that
feeding them
they're
anything.
surviving. Well, you said they were in your plants.
Well, they're in my plants, they're in my yard, they're all over. I'm not,
You could be personally responsible for the defeat of this disease.
I'm getting out my gun. Tonight, I'm taking care of the rabbits.
Okay. Anybody else? Mr. Conley, I know you're going to save yourself for tonight, the city council meeting.
I will.
Larry Conley, 2815 in Canto. On a lighter note, the sheriff is here protecting you all. I think when we have another application for a solar garden, community solar garden out in East Grand Plains, please provide a security for us.
No.
Commissioners.
Talking about for your meeting?
What?
For your meeting?
Well, no. There are more.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody out there in social media land? Okay. Bill Williams, let's rock this thing.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, first thing I want to do is I want to thank Keep Chaves County Beautiful. You know, Rita gets all the notoriety. She gets to come up here. Everyone memorizes her address and all, but it's all the people that she has that are volunteering for her that make this work. Really looking forward to the Main Street cleanup. I'll see if I can be there. I don't always show up, but I hope that I can make it. Want to thank you again for all you do. As I've said in the past, anytime we have public participation to the level that we had today, it just really makes my day. That's what this is all about, is including people in the decisions that our elected officials make. They do a great job, but they really need to hear from the people. The proclamations today, PVRCC, of course, they do a great job. They've been really busy here the last week or two with fires locally and beyond, and want to thank them for that. Of course, they're always there 24 hours a day. Anytime you call, you can talk to some friendly voice, and thank you, and congratulations on Telecommunicators Week. The one that's, of course, a big deal every year. It's amazing how many people are recognized by character counts being good for our community, and it's an honor to be able to provide a proclamation for them because they do so much for all of us. Again, Annabelle kind of hit it on the head when she was talking about National County Employees Week or month and our Employee Day, which is going to be April the 28th. We're going to have a long lunch that day and a little picnic out back, so we're going to close for a couple hours, but we'll make sure that we let everyone know that ahead of time. But the employees at Chaves County, as you guys say over and over again, are the bread and butter of the county, and we really appreciate all that they do. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for all that you do.
Bill, thank you. Commissioner Dana.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to say thank you to like you said, it's nice to be able to recognize everybody when we can. County employees, dispatchers, thank you very much. I can tell you from my perspective, you guys are very professional. You guys are on the receiving end when things go wrong. I know. You were very professional with me in my time of need, and I thank you very much for that. And to our law enforcement, they see the worst of things, and they hear when people want to complain and never when they want to say thank you. So I thank you. I thank our law enforcement. Our firefighters are having to go through a lot of things right now here and in Lincoln County, so keep them in your prayers. Thank you to our family, Chaves County family. It is family. They've been here for me in my time of need, and I thank you very much. And it's Resurrection Sunday, and it's a time to move on, and hopefully things will get better and we can all move on. And this season hopefully is over and we'll move, and got a lot of people out there praying for rain, so hopefully we'll get some rain and some moisture and we can have some green instead of things looking pretty peaked out there. I know in my area it is. And thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Commissioner Dana. Commissioner Zell.
Just want to thank all the department heads for all their work, and just everyone have a very blessed Easter.
Thank you. And I would concur with the other commissioners and Bill on their statements. We have a great family here, and one of the things that I there's so many things that are happening right now, and we have our Easter weekend and coming, and it's amazing to think that we're in the place that we're at right now. But this is a reason why we all keep the faith and know that there's that resurrection that happens. So For all of our citizens here in Chaves County, I know there's a lot of people, a lot of our agencies that are reaching out to the folks up in Lincoln County over in Ruidoso in that area. Place is a huge fire. Over 200 homes have been burnt, and it's not over. And so we'll keep our prayers for them and our appreciation for everybody. I know I called Commissioner Zell Tuesday night to get him to get us in touch with the folks out at the fairgrounds so that any livestock that needed to be sheltered out there or any other type of uses for our fairgrounds were open to our neighbors in Lincoln County. And so I know that's happening all around. We reach out, we take care of one another, and that's one of the things I appreciate about our communities here in southeastern Mexico. We're always there to take care of one another. Dispatch guys, thank you. I know our law enforcement, our EMS, firefighters, and everybody really appreciate the work that you do. I have a little special part of that because my son works for the police department, so I give you guys a little extra credit for putting up with him. So anyway, we need everybody to be safe out there. We've got a lot of things that are going on, a lot of criticism that's happening here and there, but just know that everybody is greatly appreciated and supported, and we'll move forward. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be heading to Nebraska next week for a 30-30 summit. We're full on in I don't want to call it a fight, but in educating everybody on what is going on and what is being attempted. And so we're gonna keep we're gonna stay highly involved with making sure folks understand the premise of these acquisitions as they would be of our land and water rights and minerals and things like that. So we'll keep grinding away at it. And once again, I really appreciate everybody here, everybody coming, everybody. Commissioner Taylor, he's in over his head as far as his his accounting business. So with that being said, God bless all of you. God bless this country, this county, and God bless America. And everybody be safe out there. Thank you. Who else do you guys play a lot with?